Lately, there has been a plethora of Zelda information floating in the internet. Of course, the more valid sources of information can be found in updates regarding Hyrule Warriors. Also, I have received messages on why I haven't reported on Hyrule Warriors updates last video. A major reason is because I wanted to devote that topic to its own video. Besides, last week's episode was the longest one in the series. So without further straying off topic, let's get on with the Season 2 finale, Episode 24 of Zelda News. As a result of the overwhelming amount of new information regarding Hyrule Warriors, I will divide this video in 3 sections. The first section will just be an unbiased report of the news presented. The second section will be my personal analysis, and the final section will be a summary. Before I report the information, note that all sources presented have been verified as true and valid. The latest issue of the Japanese magazine Famitsu has revealed massive amounts of revealing information dealing with Hyrule Warriors. In addition, a release date for Japan was also revealed for August 14th. In addition, the game will be co-developed by 2 studios, which are Omega Force, the original developers of the Dynasty Warriors series, and Team Ninja. Both studios are under supervision of Eiji Aonuma. In addition, the magazine has revealed very revealing screens of the game. As seen here, one of the mystery characters seen in the original trailer of Hyrule Warriors has been revealed to be Impa. The Impa model in Hyrule Warriors seems to be a modified version of Impa found in Skyward Sword. Moving on, the game will also provide cooperative play among various characters. Impa, for example, has been confirmed to be playable. Also, a story was also revealed in the game. Link is a soldier in training when a sorceress by the name of Shea, or Sia in the English version, kidnaps Princess Zelda. Link then teams up with the army captain Impa to rescue Zelda. Also, according to the article, Sia seems to be controlled by a dark power. This implies that there's another antagonist that is controlling Sia. Other characters such as Varga and Yuizuru found within the magazine also appear to be minions and followers of the primary antagonist Sia. The game will cost roughly 6,000 yen, which puts it roughly in the $60 range in American currency. Other details include a surprising character, weapon upgrades, a special edition of the game, customizable weapon loadouts, gamepad menu selections, character improvement, and a surprising amount of playable characters that shocked Eiji Aonuma himself. Now, let's move on to Section 2, my analysis of the presented information. Remember in episode 22 of this series, I stated if new information surfaced that if Hyrule Warriors had any form of story elements, then we can assume some type of timeline placement. Clearly, the information presented a cohesive plot. Perhaps Hyrule Warriors is significant within the Zelda timeline. In fact, there are images of an intro storyboard as a prologue. Now, let's talk about the Japanese release. It has been confirmed that Hyrule Warriors will be released in Japan on the 14th of August. However, it was also stated that a Western release will occur within the summer. I believe it is a safe bet to assume a September release. Now, let's talk about the story of Hyrule Warriors. The plot led me to a conclusion that there is another major antagonist besides the sorceress Sia in Hyrule Warriors. Perhaps a new villain will appear, or maybe an already established one. In addition, various sources have confirmed that unexpected playable characters will be making an appearance. Perhaps Ganondorf or other popular Zelda characters will also be playable. After all, Eiji Aonuma was actually shocked himself on the amount of playable characters, so it is a safe assumption to make. Also, in some screens, Link is seen wearing a different type of armor. This armor Link is wearing seems to be very similar to the standard armor worn by what seems to be Hyrulean Knights. It is a safe assumption that Link in the beginning of the plot will be just a soldier in training as stated by several sources. As Link becomes a more hardened fighter, he will later upgrade to his traditional green tunic. Also, there is one thing I want to point out. In this screen, Link is seen with what appears to be standard Hyrulean armor. The front of Link's tunic a Hyrulean crest is seen. In this other screen, he is seen sparring with another knight, but his symbol on the front of his tunic appears to be another symbol. The image is blurry, so I can't properly make it out, but from what I understand, it appears to be a Sheikah insignia. If the soldiers in this game are wearing Sheikah insignias, then that would imply that the soldiers are all Sheikah. If you're not familiar with the Sheikah are a lost race in Hyrulean lore that is barely touched upon in the Zelda canon. If the soldiers are indeed Sheikah, then it would make sense that Impa is the army captain, being that she's a Sheikah herself. Another thing to take into account, if the soldiers are Sheikah, is the extermination of them. In Zelda lore, the Sheikah was said to be nearly wiped out during the Hylian Civil War before the events of Ocarina of Time. Perhaps I'm going on a limb here, but maybe the events of Hyrule Warriors takes place before the events of Ocarina of Time. If Hyrule Warriors does take place before Ocarina of Time, then cameos of the Dagongo King, in addition with Varga wearing a helmet that looks strangely similar to the head of Volvagia from Ocarina of Time, would make sense. But don't take my theory about the Sheikah and Hyrule Warriors to be fact. My entire theory is based on the assumption of a blurry symbol on a knight's crest. For all we know, it just could be another Hylian crest. Now then, let's talk about the villains. All information about the villains comes from these articles and other Japanese sources that I will leave in the description. The villains showcased are Sia, Varga, and Yu Izuru. Sia is the ringleader of the bunch whom used to be good has been consumed by unknown dark forces. Sia also has a romantic fondness to Link. Varga is an entourage of Sia who gained his power from her and is an aggressive commander. And Yu Izuru, whom appears to be some kind of Poe, owes loyalty to Sia for reviving him. Yu Izuru seems to be the more analytical of the bunch. Now that's an overview of the villains. Now some of you probably already noticed is Sia will more than likely have a huge role to play in the plot of Hyrule Warriors. However, I am skeptical to think that she's the real villain here. Based on these sources, I predict there's another major villain that is really orchestrating her actions. Perhaps a new villain will appear. Also, going more in depth about the special edition of Hyrule Warriors, the special edition will include an art book, a Triforce clock, and 3 sets of DLC alternate costumes. The set will be packaged within a collector's case shaped like a treasure chest. Now, let's move on to the final section of this video, the summary. Well, as you fine people watching have probably already deduced, is that there's a lot of information dealing with Hyrule Warriors. I even had to consult with Japanese friends to translate some articles. All in all, it is worth delivering information to you, my subscribers. Personally, when Hyrule Warriors was first announced, I wasn't too excited about it, but in light of new information, I'm actually pleasantly surprised and I'm considering buying the game. So in summary, regarding gameplay mechanics, like Dynasty Warriors, Hyrule Warriors will feature multiple playable characters, alternate costumes, multiple weapons, and some form of customization. A summary of the plot is as follows. Link is a soldier in training whom witnessed Zelda's kidnapping by a sorceress known as Sia. Sia, using her followers Varga and Yu Izuru, has commanded an army to oppose the Hylians. Link and the army captain Impa must then rescue Princess Zelda. A special edition of the game will be available, including an art book, special edition clock, and 3 DLC alternate costumes. Hyrule Warriors will be released in Japan on August 14th, but I suspect a September release in Western countries. However, there is a couple things I want to touch upon. Remember that Hyrule Warriors is not the final title. It is indeed strange that we haven't had a title change recently. Even the magazine dubbed the game as Hyrule Warriors. Perhaps a title change of the game will be revealed at E3 2014. Also, I suspect a story trailer will also be revealed at E3 2014 along with a title change. In addition, we still don't have any insight on who this mystery character is found in the first trailer. Also, some have brought up the fact that Link and Hyrule Warriors look strangely familiar to the Link found in the manga of Hyrule Historia. So what do you think? In what timeline era do you think Hyrule Warriors will take place? Best answer will be featured next episode. Well, that's all information I have to share with you guys, so that concludes Season 2 of Zelda Updates. Season 3 will start next week on Monday, which is on June 2nd. Season 3 will be a countdown to E3 2014 since it really is coming closer and closer. Soon we will have information on what we all have been waiting for. Zelda Wii U. Special thanks goes to Bingleby, Romanai, Derpy Brony, AJ Herp, Gaming on the Dot, Kakarot1, Kayla B, Garney Q, The Great Hobbyist, PJC Link, Conrad Vayrness, Quaker Oats 99, Kennedy Miko Lauzuk, Lincoln Log 7862, Ezekiel, Alon Vio, Noob First Supper, Lowe's Jam, XX Nin Twin Do XX, Christian Neff, Lauren XOXOXO, Lucky VC17, Teo 88, Kathy Rose, Quaker Oats 99, Wally West 555, Sir Craigie, and I less than 3 2 Jizz 69. If you have any information pertaining to Zelda Wii U or Zelda info in general, comment below with the source and I'll feature your name on next week's episode. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button and also share the video if you want others to hear my opinion regarding Hyrule Warriors. Also subscribe if you want to see more Zelda updates in the future. Before I sign out, stick around on Tuesday nights. Every Monday this channel will be producing Zelda updates, while Tuesday nights this channel will dish out vlogs or let's plays. In addition, episode 4 of news about the next Metroid game will be arriving this Friday on the 25th. Please like, favorite, and subscribe if you're new. Till then, this is the video of the day.
You must me, Link.
Hey, for you, Zelda, anything. Yeah, moblins.
Why'd I get to try first?
Hey, you wanna just ask. Ha!
You me.
Sprite, you're only 3 inches high.
You don't like short girls?
Saved the kingdom again, princess. Not bad, eh?
You got lucky. Now get this belt off.
No.
What do you want?
Uh,